This is what 24 hours in the life of a street cat looks like. The night has just started and our ginger hero is looking for something to eat. He might have been born on the streets, but that doesn't mean he isn't a little bit picky. After a few sniffs, it's clear this food isn't fresh enough for him. He'll be passing on that free will. As the night wears on, he continues his search for sustenance, jumping into and out of cars, hoping for a tasty treat. But everything seems to be closed for business. Even his favorite spots are empty, leaving him with nothing but crumbs. It's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world either. There's always tomorrow. And for now, there's an old cardboard box and a nice view of the sunset. There's no place like home. And speaking of home, did you know that most cats spend 16 to 20 hours a day sleeping? Now, check out this kitty who spent some quality time with her human before settling down for the night. She really knows how to relax. So much so that she even let out a satisfying yawn. Adorable. But our ginger guy isn't interested in napping just yet. He's still looking for food. But the later it gets, the harder it is to find. Luckily, this kind woman saw his sad eyes and threw in a few pieces of chicken. What a lifesaver! His bowl was clean in seconds.
With a full belly, he decided to take a break from searching for food and do some exploring instead.
He found a new cardboard box to hang out in, but it was too small for him to turn around in. So he had to make do with what he had. Thankfully, he didn't seem to mind. He must have been tired from all his adventuring, because he took a long nap before heading out again. The night is still young, after all. And where there's one adventure, there's sure to be more. Our feline friend came across a family of felines, and they were happy to see him.
They were probably wondering where he'd been all night and what had taken him so long to come back.
After saying his hellos, it was time for bed. This mama cat curled up with her kittens and gave them a few licks. Before they all fell asleep, Ginger Guy watched them for a moment, then headed back to his box. Being a stray or feral cat isn't easy. In addition to trying to find food, they also need to stay safe. One wrong move could put them in danger. That's why it's important that they get plenty of rest when they can. While most cats sleep during the day, Ginger Guy prefers to stay up late. That means he has to be extra careful. If he falls asleep during the day, he could miss out on an important meal.
As the sun began to set, our adventurous feline headed out again.
He made his way to an old wooden pallet and curled up for a nap. Being a stray or feral cat isn't easy. There are dangers everywhere. Luckily, this little guy seems to know how to take care of himself. He made his way through the city, keeping an eye out for traffic. He always knows when to make his move. When he hears the familiar sound of a car door opening, he'll be ready.
He made his way to the back of the car and jumped in without hesitation.
It's nice to have a full belly, but it's also nice to have a full back. As the car drove away, he settled in and took a nap. Being a stray or feral cat isn't easy. There are dangers everywhere, but luckily this little guy seems to know how to take care of himself.
He made his way through the city, keeping an eye out for traffic.
He always knows when to make his move. He made his way to the back of the car and jumped in without hesitation. It's nice to have a full belly, but it's also nice to have a full back. As the car drove away, he settled in and took a nap.
One thing all cats have in common is their love of boxers.
No matter what size or shape, a box is always a great place for a cat to hide and relax. This little guy was no exception. When he first saw the box, he couldn't resist. He had to go inside and see what it was like. And once he did, he never wanted to leave. He loved hiding in the box and watching the world go by. Of course, he didn't do it alone. He made a den for himself and invited his favorite people to join him. They happily obliged, and soon they were all curled up together inside the box. This little guy might be a stray, but he's not alone. He has his loving family and a whole community of humans who care about him. Thanks to their help, he's able to live a happy and healthy life. Some people think that cats don't show affection, but that's not true at all. This little guy is very affectionate, but he shows it in his own way. He loves to rub against his favorite people and purr loudly. He also likes to headbutt them as a sign of trust and affection.
Of course, he's not above showing his love with a few well-placed kisses.
And when he wants to cuddle, he'll let out a loud meow until someone comes over to pet him. This little guy may be a stray, but he's definitely not lacking in love. Thanks to the kindness of strangers, he's able to get the food and care he needs to survive. And because of that, he's able to show the world just how affectionate he is. This sweet kitty is living the dream. She spends her days lounging around the house, getting plenty of pets and attention from her favorite humans. And when it's time for food, she knows just where to go. Thanks to the generosity of her owners, she'll never go hungry. It's not all funny games for this little guy. He might be a stray, but that doesn't mean he doesn't know how to take care of himself. He is always on the lookout for food, and he is not afraid to ask for what he wants. He might meow loudly at his favorite humans until they give him the treats he's begging for. But it's not all about the food. He also loves to play and explore his surroundings. He is a curious little guy, and he is not afraid to stick his nose where it doesn't belong.
He might chase after cars or other moving objects, but he's always careful not to get too close.
He's a smart little guy, and he knows how to take care of himself. Even though he's a stray, he's not alone. He has his favorite humans who look out for him and make sure he has what he needs to survive. Thanks to their kindness, he's able to live a happy and healthy life. For this little guy, being a stray is just a part of life. He might have to scavenge for food and find shelter wherever he can, but he's not afraid of hard work. He is always on the lookout for a good meal, and he is not afraid to put in the effort to find it. He might have to rummage through trash cans or beg for scraps, but he never gives up, and his hard work always pays off. He might be skinny and scruffy, but he's a survivor, and that's something to admire, no matter where he goes. This little guy always manages to find a way to make the best of his situation. He might be a stray, but he's not afraid to make the most of his life. He's always up for an adventure, and he's not afraid to explore new places. He might chase after butterflies in the park or stalk birds in the trees, but he always does it with a sense of wonder and curiosity. He might be skinny and scruffy, but he's a fighter and he never gives up. He might not have a home to call his own, but that doesn't mean he's not loved. This little guy has his favorite humans who look out for him and make sure he has what he needs to survive. Thanks to their kindness, he's able to live a happy and healthy life. He might be a stray, but he's not alone. That's all for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.